Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Okamiden. In the last episode, we got ourselves some fire bursts and it's still not working, and it's also called Inferno. I keep getting the names mixed up. Oh, well, you know what? I'll just call them both, because it's close enough. But also, we learned that Kagura, well, we met Miko-chan, we saved her ass, because her Miko powers were taken. How were her Miko powers taken? You're supposed to be like the ruler of spiritual powers, and then you went to see a theater and you got ambushed? Like, it shouldn't be that hard. You should be like a ninja, sensing all the demons around you and all that stuff, but no. Obviously, you know, because of plot reasons, the super powerful teacher is no longer available. She's quite aware, though, of Kagura's Miko powers, which is something not many other people are. The Sage-Hands obviously weren't aware of it. So will she embrace her Miko powers to fight this boss? Well, this boss doesn't really seem that tough. You seem rather small. I mean, he's a crane. I think he's a crane, not a stork, right? It's a crane. Okay, his name's Sen. But you don't seem that tough. You're just a little stork. I mean, we fought giant frogs and giant fit. What is that in the background? Giant robot doll. Well, guys, the thing of this boss is we're going to be fighting a giant-ass robot doll, basically. This thing looks a bit intimidating, actually. The good thing, though, is it's stationary, obviously. I mean, it's a doll. But then again, Master Ender was pretty darn stationary, too, and he was still, you know, a bit of a threat. So, we're going to have quite a fight on our hands, fighting a giant... What are these things called? I don't actually remember what these things are called. I know they have... I mean, I know they're very important in theater, this whole sort of setup in Japanese theater, the whole kabuki theater thing. But I don't know if these things have a specific name. I'm sure they do, but obviously very prominent in Japanese, anything like Japanese theater related, these guys. So, very fitting boss. He's gonna throw gears at us. Who the heck throws gears? This isn't Gears of War, even though Gears of War probably has nothing to do with gears. As you can see, he has that attack, and he has this tornado thing. The tornado thing, you want to stay in the back, then run around to the side as it approaches you, and you should be able to dodge it, get a few swipes in. Dodge the gears if you can. Don't worry too much about damage, as long as you don't die or have to use healing items. Your damage should generally, I mean, as long as you can beat him without using healing items, your damage is going to be good enough to get perfect anyway, and your partner helps me fine too, and so is your time. It's a very, very lenient for the score. Most bosses generally are. Master Bullhead's probably the hardest one to get perfect on, now that I think about it. But, once you get him low enough, you have to draw this symbol in the order that they appear, and he's dead! Well, that was an easy boss. Okay, then. Boss number one is... well, the boss is dead. I kind of just said boss number one, and that can kind of give you a little hint of what's going on, because things are not going to, of course, be this easy. Come on. They can't just, like, let you kill a boss that simply. But the whole, theme of what's going to be going on here, because as you can see, there's a second dude! It's a turtle! It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or if you're Michael Bay, Teenage Alien Ninja Turtles. Tant. Michael Bay. But anyway, it's Rio, and it's Sen and Rio. I don't know if that has any sort of a specific meaning. I'm sure it probably does that I'm not thinking of, but Sen and Rio are our dudes, the turtle and the crane. I'm not sure if they have anything specific to do with theater too. I'm not really sure how much symbology is here, if I'm sort of looking too much into potential symbology. But as you can see, he has another doll, obviously going to be tougher than the last one. Other things I guess you can know about this, you can use Inferno to hurt him. But Inferno doesn't really do that much damage. You're better off just doing a full combo slash. In general, using your powers is usually not that, unless you know it's a very specific moment in the fight. Using your powers generally don't tend to be that effective. So in general, you want to stick with just slashing his face in. So every time he throws a gear, you know, try to just go ahead and get a couple hits in. Glaives are really, really good for this fight. Also, he has a new move where he shoots a spider web. That one's really, as long as you keep moving, that one's not that hard to avoid. But and then he throw gears. That's a tough recipe. He throws a gear while you're dodging the tornadoes. That can make things a little tricky, because you want to make sure you get all the way around the tornadoes and then start slashing him. But anyway, once you get him down low enough, once again, as you can see, it's about a quarter of health. This time, this guy's going to take 2 of these hits to get killed. So twice as much health. I guess you can call us all one big boss, though, so it's technically we're on the second phase. As you can see this time, the power points, or whatever we want to call them, I'm not really sure what they're called, they're frozen, so obviously these are Inferno to thaw out the ice. You don't really have to do it in any sort of specific order, just hit all 4 of them. I always like to make this shape anyway, because I'm weird like that. And then, of course, just draw it once again in the order that they're done. As you can see, your lines get progressively more white as you do it correctly. So if you're making an order and it turns black instead, that means you did it wrong. Just, you know, stop right there, redo it, and you'll be good to go. Obviously, if you screw it up, though, if you do screw up that whole thing, he's like a Master Onura. If you screw up getting the fruit to the right spot with Kuni, he'll regain all his health back. Most bosses, if you do not do the proper thing to do a bunch of damage, they'll regain all their health back that you did up to that point, and then, you know, you have to redo the entire first section of it. So make sure you draw it properly, you know, make sure you memorize it, draw it properly, draw the shape properly, else you're going to have to, you know, do the whole thing over again, and you don't want that. Now this guy, and actually we're going to see an example of this right now, because you're actually forced to screw up here, because as you can see, the guy stole Kagura. That jerk. That's probably his most annoying attack. This boss is he'll sweep down. Now this one you're forced to do. You don't have any choice. You have to get hit by Kagura. But later on you can dodge his attack. He'll try to do this again. But he kidnaps Kagura, puts him on his shoulder of all places, and without Kagura, as you can see, you can't see what this thing is. So even if you draw the shape properly, if Kagura's not there, you can't register. You need her Miko powers or her Miko powers to see the weaknesses and draw the shape that defeats him. But as you can see, he gained all his health back. We're going to have to fight him all over again. Luckily, this time, the game's going to show us how we can actually fight him. Chibi's little bark there to indicate, hey, by the way, his hands have the bomb cracks on them. Gee, I wonder what kind of weapon we need to use here. So draw a bomb on his hand, it'll explode, and I drew it far back. The only problem is the freaking depth perception of the bombs is really obnoxious, because I can't even draw a second. Oh, actually, I can draw a second bomb. It just moves over here. So good. You can draw another bomb. Get in there. Come on. No, it's way back there. Bombs can be really annoying to place because it's all depending on the size. It's really kind of tough to know like where you need to draw the bombs for them to show up properly. Like that one got drawn all the way. No, stop. Okay, I'm hurting him. I'm doing damage to him using the bombs. But that's not what I want to do. I want to hit his hand. I keep drawing too far back and hitting him instead. So hopefully this will work. Can we? Okay, good. I think that was good enough. Was that good enough? Generally, the only problem is you pretty much have to get close enough. You almost have to take damage in order for the bombs to properly work. I find that when you dodge the attack, for some reason the bomb never seems to work. You almost sort of have to like let yourself sit there so you know where he's gonna drop his hand, and from there you can draw the bomb where you are, and he'll take damage from that. The only problem is you'll get hurt in the process. But like I said, health isn't that important when it comes to doing the whole damage thing, the whole damage score. However, you don't want to die, so in general, if you can, don't get Kagura captured, because then things just get icky sticky, and no one likes icky sticky. So, that sounds weird. But here we go, we got a new shape, our triangle, just have to thaw out the ice again. Like I said before, you can use Inferno to do damage to him, but it's so minuscule. I mean, even the bombs, I guess I'll show the bomb screen for that, just so you see how much damage the bombs do. But they don't do that much damage, so, like I said, you generally want to be just doing slashes. I mean, a fully charged glaive, like I said, glaives are very, very good in this fight, because mostly, you're only going to have time to get one hit in, unless you rescue Kagura. As you saw, when you rescue Kagura, you stun him for so long that you actually get a chance to go up and do a few combos of him. In fact, if you rescue Kagura, you're pretty much almost guaranteed to take it to the next drawing phase, because he literally stays stunned for such a long time that you can just combo him until he's, at that point. They don't have that much health. However, this guy's dead, so we took down one, we took down two. Clearly that's enough. I mean, it's moving away. We're back to the main set. I mean, we just beat them, right? We won, right? We're done, right? We don't need any Miko powers. I keep calling them Miko powers. Whatever. We don't need any Miko powers. Miko outfit, not needed. We're all good to... No, wait. Nope, they're still alive. Oh, come on! How many of these guys have to fight? Well, this is actually the real boss fight. Those are just warm-ups, and now we're here on the real deal. This guy has a scary face. That's why you know he's serious, when his face is scary. But as you can see, it's a combination of the powers, so now we're going to fight them both at the same time. Although really it's not much different, because it's still the same enemy. It's just the hair is colored both colors now, and he has a scary face. But, for plot reasons, he's tougher, because as you're going to see, we're going to get sort of a big cutscene here, because stuff is going to happen. Stuff is happening! His eyes just grew... This guy seems a bit terrifying, with his glowing red eyes, and he has fireballs! What the... Okay, that works. A bit weird, and we're going to sort of get a cutscene where we get our asses kicked by this guy. Chibi, no! Chibi's dead. They're both dead. We lost. Game over. Plot's done. And we're Okamiden, but no, okay, of course they're fine, because, any child can take a fireball to the face and be perfectly okay. I guess the Miko powers do help, though, and Chibi, of course, being special. But, Kagura, of course, has this moment of doubt where she just gives up, because you're a sissy. You know, this is sort of the part where she struggles. She's like, okay, the only way I can win is if I use my Miko powers, but I don't want to be different. I want to be normal. She's trying to resist using her powers. But unfortunately, there's no other choice. This guy is too powerful. Chibi sacrifices himself for Kagura because he's such a badass. I mean, Kagura has been bullying him all the time. Chibi doesn't care, though. He's a good guy. He's going to protect Kagura because he's just a noble little pup, and that's what he does. Continuously getting the crap beaten out of him, though. Man, just such a little guy. Chibi, oh, look at, he's so hurt. Come on, Kagura, stop being a freaking pansy. And then Kagura decides that, you know what, it's okay to be different. I need to protect those I care about. And that's why Kagura's cool, because she has this moment where she's like, you know what, I've been a little prissy jerk, but you know what, that's done. I'm gonna be epic now. And she accepts Chibi's sacrifice, and she decides to fight by your side. It's like how Kuni did. Like this game is really good at having character development for the characters. Like Kuni was a coward, he ran away, and he came back and decided to fight. And it's like Chibi's like this inspiration that sort of moves around and inspires all these different characters to be better than who they used to be. And that's really cool. It happens multiple times where, like, you know, Chibi will be with this partner, and the partner will finally be inspired to, you know, really be their true self and not let them hold themselves back anymore with, you know, little personality flaws and whatnot. So, I don't know, if anything, the theme of this game is sort of like, you know, transformation, growing, you know, not holding yourself back anymore. It seems to be like a sort of theme of this game. That's something really cool about this game. I really respect that, the whole motive behind this. Kagura decides to be different. She has ditched the actress, and she's gotten her new outfit, and this is why Kagura is pretty awesome, because now we get Miko Kagura for the rest of the game, who is a total badass, freaking loyal as hell to Chibi, and just kicks so much ass with her Miko powers, although it's really, I mean, it doesn't affect anything in battle besides her having a couple abilities you can use, just like how Nanami had her water thing. Technically, Kagura also has another power like that we can use by drawing a line from her. You'll see that in a second, because it's going to take place in this fight. This guy is clearly terrified. You're just a little girl, but apparently she has so much spiritual power that she's actually a threat. And you can see now why she throws paper fans, because in her real form, her Miko form, her weapon of choice actually is not those paper fans, it's exorcism cards. Which makes sense, you know, you're exorcising demons, so she actually uses exorcism cards as a weapon now. So, Kagura is now awesome, except Chi! 5 seconds! 5 seconds of your awesome form, and you're already on the guy's shoulder. Like, okay, that's great. That's just great, I already screwed up. Congratulations, we're gonna kick his ass! And then we failed. That's just the way the thing works. Luckily, I got through that one pretty easy. One of those rare moments where I didn't take too much damage trying to get Kagura back. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Probably the hardest thing in the fight is getting Kagura back, but luckily, because we did get captured, we now sort of get free reign to just destroy this guy. So, just go ahead and take him down. He's only going to take another 2 rounds to defeat, so, as you can see, he's already at a quarter health, so it's only going to be 2 of these to defeat. Obviously, he still has a sweeping hand attack, so watch out for that. And another 2 attack, he does actually use the fire, so, oh my goodness, an actual moment in the game where, Giant Emmy uses crazy power and then actually uses it in the fight. No way. But yeah, he does actually have a fire attack. I think we see that at some point. I hope we see that at some point. But that doesn't look like ice. That looks different. Yeah, all of his slots are cursed. So basically, Kagura has the power of exorcism. So if we draw a line from her to something that's cursed, we can actually exorcise it and basically, free in this case, free his weak points up. Draw the whole little double mountain line. That's that one right there. And then do damage to him. So that's really the extent of the extra powers Kagura gets when she transforms. She really just gets this whole exorcism power. But who cares? It's not even about the powers she gets. She's just super badass. I'm gonna jump over this. Really? Really? Man, I suck at this guy. Usually I'm not this bad. Usually if you're off to the side you can jump over his hand, but I guess that time I jumped too early because he just aimed it upwards and grabbed me anyway. But you can actually jump over and dodge that attack, or if you're just in the back corners, it's a lot easier to dodge. I unfortunately kind of got caught a bit early. I didn't think he would do that attack immediately, so I sort of did it a little bit early. Come on, go for me. Go for the bomb. It's right here. Oh, come on. Well, we got the dodges thing. That actually did damage to him. Wow, I think I actually hit one of his hands, although it didn't apparently count. Okay, come on, just want to hit you with the bomb. Okay, well, we're just going to damage this guy. Oh, there's the fire. There's the fire. There's the fire. Back up, jump over the fire. Okay. Jumping over the fire is the way you dodge that. It's supposed to be how you jump over the hand, too, but apparently failed that. That's not the bomb. Okay, come on. Just, come on, you want to hit me. Smack me, I'm a fly. Up, you missed. And then we put a bomb on him. And hopefully this will work. Come on. Bomb, bomb, please. Please. Well, maybe if I... Okay, roll the bomb. Roll the bomb. Yes! I rolled the bomb into his hand. Oh, what? 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 How did... What? 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 How did he hit me? He hit me putting his hand down as he was knocked out. That should not be doing damage. As you can see, I'm actually extremely low on health here. But instead of healing up, I think I can finish this fight. So I'm actually going to go ahead and finish him off. Ignore... You thought the Zelda hearts are bad? You thought the beeping in Zelda is bad when you're at low health? Oh boy. This beeping is obnoxious. It seems like boop in your face and there's like freaking red everywhere. And it's like, yes, okay, I know I'm dying. I don't care. I want to finish the boss first. I'm going to be fine. I don't need to heal up. But yeah, I guess incentive not to get your health low because boy, there's lots of beeping if you do. But we're going to quickly finish this guy off after we exercise all this stuff. Because Kagura is awesome like that. And then just one little pentagon away from defeating this guy. Pretty simple final shape. You'd think it would make it a bit more complicated for the final shape. It's supposed to be the most difficult. But no, pretty simple and easy. And there we go. Boom! Boss defeated. As you can see, it's a pretty long boss. But he's dead now. We won. The end. Game over. All we have to do now is for Kagura to use her Miko powers to exercise everyone. Because she's badass like that. So we get a little Kagura dance right now, showcasing her amazing Miko powers. I mean, obviously she was practicing this behind her back. I mean, she obviously did at one point embrace her Miko powers and learn more about it, which is kind of cool. She just didn't want to reveal it to the world until she was forced to save everyone. And now Kagura's pretty cool because now she's not trying to be different. She's being who she should be. And she's pretty cool. But King Fury, who is King Fury? Well, guys, this King Fury character, he is going to be something in the future. I guess is all I'm going to say. So this, like I said, this is like, you know, the whole Kuni and Nanami thing at the beginning. It's a really separate section, and then like that whole part just sort of gets forgotten, gets sort of pushed to the side, and then this whole King Fury section comes about, where with King Fury trying to take over Scion City and other stuff. Obviously, one of the major bad guys trying to take over Nippon. These are his henchmen, who for some reason try to take over a theater. I don't know. If you're trying to take over a city, obviously you want to go for the theater. Go for the entertainment. Demoralize the citizens. But with that, obviously to use Bloom to everything. All of a sudden, this guy. I mean, at least we have this tie and everything. This guy's still here. Are you King Fury? Who are you? Well, these are questions we're going to be finding out in due time. Obviously, a big part of the overall plot is this little dark thing. But King Fury sounds a little worrisome, does it not? So we're going to have to deal with that, I'm sure, in the near future. But for now, we get our victory howl because we have won the game. All is well. Let's see our score. Like I said, even though I took so much damage, the score is pretty generous, so I'm expecting to get a perfect here. Perfect. Perfect. If you get a perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Yes! Perfect. Boy, those results take that was like several seconds. Freaking loading times take forever and a half. But as you can see, it's 12,000 yen. We probably could afford both skills right now, but I don't really need the double bomb skill. Like I said, I'm going to keep my money so I can get all the other skills first when you can get them in the future. And by defeating the boss, Kagura's parents are alive. What is with the men in this, the major male characters in this game, and having ridiculous freaking beards and hairdos? Susano, ridiculous freaking beard. This guy, ridiculous freaking beard. And then, of course, all the females are all, like, dressed up in ridiculous amounts of makeup, because that's Japanese style. This guy has, like, the weirdest freaking haircut ever. I don't know, I always found that guy to look really amusing. But anyway, why are there dogs? The audience consists of 2 people and a bunch of dogs. What is this, the canine theater? I mean, obviously our dogs are a big part of the show, but it's like, okay, why are there dogs? Why are there dogs? Does she have pinwheels on her hat? Are those moving? I couldn't tell. That'd be awesome to have like a pinwheel hat. Freaking One Piece. But Anyway, she's sorry that she's using Miko powers, but Kagura shows that she's grown, and she's okay with her powers now. She has embraced becoming a Miko. She has decided to give up the life of an actress. Her father's maybe not so happy, but he's happy that she's mature now. She's not an immature little brat. She's actually quite a respectable character now. It has been quite the experience, this Playhouse. And we have finished. We are victorious. One more dungeon down, guys. Chibi likes her now. Chibi's no longer scared. They're equal partners now. No longer being bullied. Why are there dogs? Still, why are there dogs? Mysteries for another day, I suppose. But, yeah. Kagura realized that people will like her for who she is. You don't have to try to be normal, you just have to try to be yourself, guys. That's the moral you want to take from this whole experience. This game, it has morals. It has messages. It passes on a story, and that's what I really like about the game, you know? Bash the gameplay all you want, bash, you know, how much they took out of Okami to make this game, bash that maybe it should have been on a console and not on a handheld, but this game tells a story, and it gives a message, and really, you know, ultimately, isn't that what's the most important thing is, you know, the story, things being awesome like that? But yeah, apparently they use the dogs as, like, actors, so, I don't know. Not a very big audience, though. Apparently we did have an audience for that performance, and we are now heroes! Or something like that. If you don't, that's harsh. If you won't bark, find a dog who will. Well, I guess it makes sense. You know, it is a business. It is a business. It's no business like show business. Something something. I don't remember. It's a song from Annie, Get Your Gun. Whatever. I do know a little bit of theater actually. I guess I do have theater friends and whatnot, and I do like the theater. Theater's really cool. So anyway, so as you can see, Kagura has decided to become a Miko, and there's also this King Fury issue. So in the next episode, guys, we're going to learn, well, Kagura is going to go explore her Miko powers, and we're going to try to figure out who this King Fury guy is, because he seems like a major threat, and obviously something we're going to deal with in the future. So, yeah, so she's actually mentioned right now. So yeah, King Fury, blah, blah, blah. This is LuckySevenDX signing out. See you guys next time for more Okamiden.